tight. Move your feet, buddy. Move your feet, O. Hey. Oh. Hey, up. Rebound tight now. Go, O. Rebound tight now. Go, O. Put him in. Go, P. Hey,
started late.
Check 1 2. Test test. 1 2 3 1 2 3. as soon as they start the clock.
Okay.
There we go. This is your countdown for the Preston Indians pregame show. Pregame in 30 seconds from Mark. As we'll have a good game today, hopefully. And pregame show will start in 15 seconds from Mark. Pregame in 10 seconds from Mark. Have a good game. Pregame show in 5 seconds from Mark. This is the Preston Indians pregame show. Coming up, we'll take a look at tonight's game. We'll hear from the coach and look at the pregame stats, all leading up to tonight's action. You're listening to live coverage of the Preston Indians on 105.5 FM, AM 1340, and mylocalradio.com. Well, we welcome you here to the Snake Pit at Century High School as tonight the Preston Indians will take on the Century Diamondbacks. As the Indians come in trying to break a 3-game losing streak, as they'll take on the Diamondbacks, who have the best record in the conference as of right now. They are 12-3. Preston is 11-4. Kind of a different situation tonight, as we have both Lyle Fuller and John Slaughter here with us courtside. John Beverly back in the studio tonight as we get ready for tonight's game. And Lyle, this is going to be a very difficult matchup for the Indians for one very special reason, a kid named Isaiah Hollowell.
Yeah, Harwell, 6'5" freshman for Century. He's off to a great start here his freshman year, which is what everybody anticipated. He had some hype coming in, but he's a handful to be sure. He likes to get out and run in fast breaks, try to dunk the ball a lot, and he's probably their tallest player at 6'5", but he'll play guard, play wing tonight. So watch out for Harwell. But, you know, the Century team has got to be pretty good as a whole to be where they're at. Ranked number 5 in the latest coaches poll, I believe it was, and then, you know, on top of the district coming into this game. So the Indians have their work cut out for us here tonight.
John Slaughter, you were with me at the game in Hillcrest a couple of nights ago. Preston didn't play well. They got a lot to improve on tonight.
They've got to work as a team tonight for sure, because if they don't have an answer for Harwell, then it could be a long game.
So Preston comes in 11-4. As we mentioned, they've lost 3 straight games to 2 tough games against Hillcrest and a very tough game against Pocatello. So they're actually only 1-0 in conference play. So with a win tonight, they can get right back into the conference race.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing tonight, obviously, is the district race and trying to get seeding at home for the district tournament. Century always plays well here at home in their gym, and, of course, we play better at home, too. Everybody seems to.
Preston, however, has had pretty good success, especially over the last few years against this Century team. They've beaten them 6 straight times and 11 out of 12, and they have pretty good success here as well.
Yeah, they're a very good team on the road, actually. We've done quite well. However, we did lose 2 games at home, but on the road, Preston seems to handle their situation.
So it's the Indians against the Diamondbacks. We'll take a timeout. We'll hear from Coach Jones. We'll do that right after this timeout here on KACH.
KACH, my local radio.
It's easy, fun, fast, and affordable. Do all of your grocery shopping online at Stokes Market. Simply log into stokesgrocery.com. Select the Shop Online tab and shop for your items. Then select the pickup time that is convenient for you. Pay online, and if you can't get out, then have someone else pick up your groceries for you. Do your grocery shopping online and still shop locally. It's part of the new normal, and it's fun. Do it now. Shop, enjoy, save at stokesgrocery.com. When you're on the hunt for your next vehicle, you would be wise to hunt the lot at West Motor Ford in Preston. If you don't find the new or pre-owned vehicle that you're looking for, they will help you search the country high and low for the exact vehicle for you. At West Motor Ford in Preston, they also buy good used vehicles. You need cash now? Bring a good used vehicle to West Motor Ford and they'll write you a check. West Motor Ford in Preston.
WestMotorCompany.com.
Tonight's pregame visit with the coach is brought to you by Rounds & Associates Insurance Services Incorporated, the local independent insurance agency offering you many different options for all of your insurance needs. Call for your competitive quote today at 208-852-20. At Rounds & Associates Insurance, we've been in business since 1948. And while many of the faces may have changed, there's one thing that still stays the same: our personalized customer service. Our customers will always come first, whatever your needs. At Rounds & Associates Insurance, we have many different insurance options and can find the right option for you and your needs. Call us today to find out more. 208-852-2500. 208-852-2500, or drop by the office, 85 South State Street.
KACH.
Welcome back here to the pregame show. We'll speak with Tyler Jones here for a couple minutes before we face off with the Century Diamondbacks here over at the Snake Pit here tonight. It's, you know, we've talked about this being a tough section of the schedule, but you know, it's been rough. I would be the first one to admit.
Oh, definitely. You know, before you go into it, you see, you know, our conference games, which all three teams are really good. Hillcrest twice in 8 days. You know, so definitely a tough part of the schedule, and you know, we've struggled the last couple of games, and when you're in a rut, sometimes it's tough, and you got to find your way. You can't just feel sorry for yourselves. You got to find a way to get out of that, and it's not going to get any easier, so we got to, you know, really find out a lot about your team right now. What are we going to do when things aren't going our way, when we got to fight, we got to battle, and hopefully we'll see that tonight.
You know, Coach Thorson always talks about the games right around district time as walking the gauntlet, and that's what it seemed like for you guys. You get done with one team, and all of a sudden here comes a new wave at you. It's just as more difficult.
Oh, definitely, and you know, these games matter, the conference games, and as bad as it's been, if we can find a way tonight to get one here on the road, then we'd all be squared 1-1. So everything to play for, and you know, all the conference games, you know, it sets up for the district tournament, and obviously you want to be at home. But right now, you know, tonight we've got to show some the things that we normally do. We've got to be tougher. We've got to show that grit. You know, you got to get stops. You got to get the 50-50 balls. You got to outwork the opponent, and that's something that the last couple of games other teams have done to us, and we've got to do that tonight.
Look back at the Hillcrest game just for one quick second. You're coming off a game season low in points, season low first half points, season low free throws. Well, what did they do to make it so difficult for you guys, and what do you have to do to correct that?
You know, you got to give them credit. They're, you know, I believe they're right now the best team in the state of Idaho, and they came out on the road. You know, they have a great environment there, and they kind of punched us in the mouth early, and we showed some of our youth. You know, we didn't handle it well. I think we panicked a little bit on the offensive end, forced some things, turnovers. Those things. So to win on the road especially, you got to be together, you got to fight, be united, and take it a possession at a time, a quarter at a time. And if we can do that tonight, then I like our chances, and we'll be there in the end.
Size and length are the buzzwords of the night here against Century. Bruin Fleischman, who we've seen for the last few years, but now you add in the new freshman, Isaiah Harwell. He takes it to a whole new level.
Yeah, no, he's a special player, super athletic, you know, one of the best, obviously, already as a freshman. So their length, it'll cause us some problems. They put him in the top of their press, mid-court, and they get a lot of turnovers, and he gets a lot of layups and dunks off that. So I think one of the keys tonight, we got to take care of the ball, we've had too many turnovers those last few games, and if we can handle that, and then the rebounds, their size, like you mentioned, they really rebound well, one of the best rebounding teams, and we've got to rebound, got to get those 50-50 balls, and then we're going to have to hit some shots. Normally we score in the 60s, and, like you said, last game was our season low, and we've got to get up, play fast like we like to, and get some shots to fall.
Does speed up and down the floor, does that kind of nullify what Harwell might be able to do?
Yeah, I think anytime we can get open space and get in transition, get some easier looks without him, all over you, definitely helps. And then he's going to make some shots. He's a tremendous player. We just can't let him get those easy shots to get him going where he goes in these big bursts. So we got to limit their runs and just fight. We're fighting for our lives tonight.
It will be a fight, and we're looking forward to it. Best of luck.
All right, thank you.
Tyler Jones with us here on the pregame show. Take a time out. Back with more right after this.
KACA.
Webb Funeral Home, established in Preston in 1925, has served the needs of Franklin County families and their neighbors for several generations. Now in their modern new full-service facilities just off Highway 91 south of Preston, Webb Funeral Home continues to offer caring and professional services to all residents of the area in their time of need. Funeral directors Douglas Webb, Ron Smaley, and Jordan Webb, along with aftercare specialist Jody Rasmussen, thank you for your trust in them and welcome your questions and concerns anytime. A message from your friends at Webb Funeral Home.
Franklin County Medical Center is proud to provide excellence in surgical and specialty healthcare right here in our community, making it extremely convenient to receive world-class care without even leaving the county. The best part is that we work closely with your primary care physicians to ensure a convenient and coordinated care experience. Our skilled surgeons are continually adding services to Franklin County, some you won't find anywhere in the greater Cache Valley area. Discover what is available right here at fcmc.org/specialty. You just might be surprised at what we have to offer.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Welcome back here to the Snake Pit at Century High School. We got a moment before they call the players off the floor for the starting lineups and the national anthem, guys. Here, this is the big moments here for the Indians to get back into the conference race. What are the keys to the game tonight, fellas?
Yeah, I thought Coach Jones said it well. You just got to fight and fight hard. The other key usually to winning on the road is to make your free throws, something the Indians have done well at times this season and struggled sometimes with this season. And then you got to control your turnovers. If you let Harwell turn you over out at the point on those live ball turnovers that he turns into dunks and layups, the crowd's going to get going. It'll be tough to fight that momentum.
Yeah, and we've also got to keep our confidence up. We're going to make mistakes, but we can't let that get us behind. Stay on top of them, as Coach Jones says. We got to fight. It's going to be a fight. There's no doubt about it.
Well, that's it. As we're about a minute away from the national anthems, we'll take a timeout. We'll come back, have the starting lineups and the opening tap for tonight's game. It's the Diamondbacks and the Indians from the Snake Pit and Century coming up next.
KACA.
This is Ron Smaley from Webb Funeral Home, thanking Preston Indian and Westside Pirate fans for your loyalty over the years. You have helped make Webb Funeral Home Franklin County's most trusted name in funeral services since 1925. Our staff is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to provide compassionate service in your time of need. We also offer a full range of services, including many funeral pre-planning options to meet everyone's budget, an excellent monument selection, and the best aftercare services available. Let us answer any questions you may have by calling 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, since 1925. You know us, you trust us, we're here to stay.
It's the end of a long day and your feet are tired, or are you running behind schedule? But you need milk and eggs. You don't want to have to walk clear to the back of the store to get a gallon of milk and a dozen eggs. I suspect we all can relate to both of those stories. The great news is that this problem has been solved by Stokes Market in Preston with a recently installed new cold case right near the front door. If you just need a gallon of milk or some eggs, you can find them right inside the front door. Visit Stokes Market today in Preston.
Proud member of the Co-op. We save you money on advertising and enable you to reach more customers. We are KACH, Preston, Clarkston.
It's time for Preston Indian basketball. The Indians take the floor as they look for another trip to the state playoffs. Tonight's game is brought to you by West Motors, your only stop for new or used cars in Preston and in Logan. Stokes Market True Value, with the freshest meats and produce and now preparing and selling sushi. Franklin County Medical Center, with the finest care in all of the Cache Valley. Preston Dental Care, when you have an occasion where you need someone to take care of your teeth, call Dr. Iverson at Preston Dental Care. Rounds & Associates Insurance Agency, an independent agency with many options for all of your insurance needs. Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. They have the parts that you need to keep your car running strong. Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and surrounding communities since 1925. Ralph's Construction, building new homes in the Blue Sage Park region of Preston. Naylor Insurance for home, health, life, and auto from Liberty Mutual. And by Motor Jungle. They will fix the car that the other mechanics will refuse to touch. Tonight's game is made possible through an agreement between Preston High School and Cook Brothers Broadcasting and is intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Any rebroadcast of this game in whole or in part without the express written consent of Cook Brothers Broadcasting is strictly prohibited.
Excellent job. Great job.
Live from Century High School, this is Preston Indian basketball as the Indians get ready to take on the Century Diamondbacks. Preston comes in 11-4. They've lost 3 straight against Century, who's 12-3, and it's time to meet the starters for tonight's game. First, it's Rhett Larson for the Indians, the 6'4" senior. Cam Hobbs, the 6-foot junior, who's led the team in scoring in 3 of the last 5 games. Brecker Knapp, who is averaging about 11.5 points a game. Stephen Roberts, the 6'3" senior, we're going to start tonight as well. And then Drew Jones, who leads the team in scoring at 12.5 points a game. So that's the starting lineup tonight for the Indians. Now time to meet the starters for the Century Diamondbacks. 12-3 on the year, 1-0 in conference play. As they're trying out their new video boards here tonight. Apparently the folks at Idaho Central Credit Union were able to purchase these as part of a sponsorship deal for both Century and Pocatello. As they dim the lights and get ready to announce the starters. So here's the starters for the Century Diamondbacks. Luke Pineda, a 6'1" junior. Brian Bruin Fleischman, who's a 6'4" senior. He's going to Air Force to play football next year. And next starter, Jordan Lee. He's a 5'3" senior. He'll play a lot in the middle. And that'll bring up Elias Blackhawk, a 5'9" sophomore. And the kid who's all everything, the fabulous freshman, Isaiah Harwell, a 6'5" freshman, averaged just a tick over 20 points a game. Had a high game this year of 34 points against Pocatello. And he is a handful indeed.
Yeah, certainly very capable. Like I said, at 6'5", probably their tallest guy, but he'll play a lot of perimeter. You probably won't see him in the post a lot.
Yeah, he's so quick that we're going to have to be able to match up to him.
The opening tap for tonight's game brought to you by Motor Jungle, 597 North State Street in Preston. Knapp will jump against Harwell as Harwell steals the tap as he tips it on the way up as the Diamondbacks control it. Bring it over here to Pineda. Looks left, comes back right. Three-pointer immediately by Blackhawk is good. Not exactly the way you want to start. They come out full court pressure, and as we expected, Harwell plays the point on that press. And they'll probably run a 1-2-2 zone defense as well, as that's tapped by Flashman off the foot of Jones and out of bounds.
Century with a lot of energy early. The Indians need to match that energy.
So here they come quickly up into the front court. Give it to Lee. Free throw line extended left. Back out top. Blackhawk now back to Lee again. Lee looks inside. Nothing there. Harwell kind of posts up at the elbow. Now goes to the right corner. Lee has it there on the right side now as they'll work it back across the top once again. It comes back to Blackhawk. Back over on the left side on the angle there. It goes back to Pineda. Now on the free throw line extended, Blackhawk back to Pineda again. They're very deliberate in their offense as it comes back to Lee. Lee looks on the right side. Pineda for a three. That's no good. Tapped once, and it ends up going to Brecker Knapp. Brecker up into the front court, comes to Jones on the left side. He wants to drive, stumbles, loses the ball, picked up by Century. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers for the Indians as Harwell banks in a three. And immediately Jones wants a timeout.
Effortlessly as Isaiah just went up and just banked it right off. No effort at all.
6-0. Century leads. Timeout on the floor. We'll be right back.
KACH.
We all have those times when we need to see someone due to oral pain or discomfort. That is when you need to see Dr. Iverson at Preston Dental Care. When it comes to the health of your teeth, we should always strive for perfection and settle for excellence. Dr. Iverson at Preston Dental Care is the comfortable and professional general dentist that we all need from time to time. Contact Preston Dental Care today and make an appointment. Call 852-3700. That's 852-3700. Take the first step to healthier teeth and gums. Call Preston Dental Care, 208-852-3700.
KACH.
Preston's ball out of the timeout. They trail 6-0 as Knapp gets it up in the front court to Roberts. He'll go in the left corner to Jones. Drew dribbles out of it. Now he'll give it up as it comes to Hobbs. Hobbs looks left. Knapp pops up to get it there. He's guarded by Harwell. They'll swing it around the top. Back to Hobbs again. Free throw line extended left. Roberts the three from the top of the key is no good. It's a one-shot possession as the rebound is off to Lee. Quickly up into the front court. Blackhawk again for a three. No good. Hobbs gets the rebound and he's fouled in the backcourt.
Yeah, Dan, that was the first field goal attempt for the Indians. 2 minutes into the first quarter, they had a couple of turnovers the first few possessions, so only one shot on goal here for the Indians so far.
Foul will go against Jordan Lee, his first against either team here in the first quarter as well. Knapp holds it at the timeline. The front court, he comes to Roberts in the right corner there to Hobbs. Back out to Roberts again. He'll look at another three. Needs a bounce, won't get it. Knapp inside with the rebound, goes up against Harwell and put it in.
That was a great move by Knapp as he was able to block Harwell out. So Harwell out.
6-2. Century leads. 2.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Blackhawk comes back to Harwell. Now back to Blackhawk. They'll work the perimeter again. Century's always been happy just to let the clock run in tough games against tough opponents. Inside Flashman, outside Jordan travels.
Yeah, he jumped up and came down on both feet.
Good defense by Jones made him double clutch. That's what caused the travel. So here comes Preston back up to the front court as they get met at the timeline. As it comes back to Roberts. Roberts will give it back over to Knapp, skips it down into the corner, back to Hobbs, and now Cam will bring it back out top to set things up again. First quarter of tonight's game brought to you by Preston Dental Care at 135 South State Street in Preston. Jones pulls it back out, top of the key, now wants to drive, goes to Roberts in the corner, wants to drive on Harwell, can't get around him, so he'll give it outside to Knapp. Comes back out top to Hobbs again.
I'd like to see Hobbs or Jones try a little dribble penetration. There goes Hobbs.
Blackhawk got a hand in, knocked the ball loose, and it went out of bounds, and it stays with Preston. The first 3.5 minutes might be a good debate for whether you need a shot clock or not.
Right.
Hobbs holding, got to get it in, and he didn't do it. 5-second violation against the Indians. It's a turnover. Their third of the quarter.
Yeah, the quick 5 there. That's always detrimental if they're playing good defense on you.
Nash Harding comes in for the first time as Jordan Lee will go to the bench. As it comes to Harwell. Give it off on the left side. Now back to Harwell. Punched away from behind. Picked up by Hobbs. Controlled by Hobbs. He'll give it to Roberts. Races it up into the front court. Back outside. Hobbs looks at a 3. No good. As it drifted right on him and a foul inside. Going to go against Harding, I believe.
I think it's on Knapp.
Nope, it's against Harding.
Harding rocking the rare mullet mustache combo for a high school kid. I say that with a big smile on my face. I like it, but I'm just saying, that's what he's rocking.
Hey, if you can wear it, what the heck? So it comes inside, backing on the floor here to Roberts. As Steve comes back across the top of the key. Looks down inside. Knapp can't get to it. It's a turnover again by the Indians. Up into the front court as it comes to Pineda. Pineda has it stolen by Hobbs. He gets it to Knapp. Now back to Hobbs. Up into the front court. Defense is back. So let's slow it down. As it comes back over here on the left side. Back to Jones. Gets chased into the corner by Nash. And now they want to give it back and give it away. Back to Hobbs. Hobbs holds. Gives it back to Jones. Back to the top of the key again.
They had Knapp on the block, but the smaller man couldn't find him.
Brecker drives. Brecker hits the layup.
And Larson, I meant to say, but good drive there by Knapp.
Yeah, Larson's going to have to use his body to block out Fleischman and Isaiah Harwell in order to get to the center.
So up in the front court, here's Harwell. His first shot of the game, no good. As I take it back, he did have a 3 earlier. Here comes Knapp back up into the front court. Back to Roberts along the baseline for a 2-pointer from about 12.
I like Roberts being aggressive, looking for his shot early on. I think he's a good, capable shooter.
We're tied at 6 here in the first quarter.
If we can get him and Hobbs both to hook up and heat up a little bit, it'll be great for both of us.
Yep.
So 6 quick points by Century. Then the Indians fight back with 6 of their own to tie the game. 2:35 to play here in the first quarter. Down low it goes to Fleischman. Doesn't take a shot. Kicks it back outside to Harding as they'll go back out top to Blackhawk. Blackhawk comes back here right in front of us. Back to Pineda. Pineda will get it back to Blackhawk again as they try to spread the floor. Harwell tries to post up at the free throw line as Roberts right on him there, just trying to just lay on him and make sure he has to work to try to get the ball.
Yep.
As it comes to Harding again. Back to Pineda. Pineda steps in, still can't get a shot. They'll get it back over to Blackhawk. Back down low. Now that comes into Harwell. Turnaround jumper, and he'll draw the contact from Roberts.
Yeah, a smart move by Isaiah as he dove into Hobbs or
Roberts
as he jumped up. Saw him go up.
So free throws here for Harwell. He is a 72% free throw shooter on the year. The game against Pocatello this year where he scored his season high 34 points. As the first one is good. Gives him 4 here in the game. He by himself scored as many points as Pocatello did the whole game as the Diamondbacks beat them some 66-34.
Yeah, that was a surprising result. We saw how good Pocatello was.
Second one's no good, just a little bit long as the rebound's off to the Indians. Hobb will push back up into the front court, 7-6. The Diamondbacks have a lead as Hobbs wants to go right. Comes around, lords the screen. Try to bounce it inside to Lenhart, taken away. And then a foul's going to go against Harding as he rolled up on these ankles of Hobbs.
It showed the athleticism of Hobbs as Harding came at him. He was able to stay on his feet.
Yeah, great body control. Lords, Hamblin, and Tyler Linhart all in the game now for the Indians as well.
Lords will bring it into Hobbs. It's
got to be a foul.
It's got to be a foul somewhere as Pineda tackles Lords to try to steal the ball from him. Oh, my goodness. So they give it back to Hobbs as the Indians will possess it with 1:24 to play in the quarter. High post to Linhart. Turns, shoots over Harwell. It's short.
Harwell got a piece.
Probably blocked slightly and it went out of bounds.
Yeah, Knapp with the hustle play probably should have let that one go. I think Harwell got a piece of it.
Yeah, I think he wanted to bring it down, but then they got blocked. They had position on him, so he had to go up with it. Didn't have anywhere to go.
Harwell, as the Indians show press for the first time.
Oh, throw it right to us.
Come right to us, bounces up and over our head. So another turnover here against the Diamondbacks. Neither team has played really crisp so far here in the first quarter.
Both teams playing hard, showing a little nerves, I think, playing a little tight.
Hobbs back up into the front court as we go into a minute to play here in the quarter. Hobbs to Hamlin. Hamlin will go back to Hobbs, back to the top of the key. Lords comes around the baseline, sets up in the left corner. Hobbs will bounce it to Knapp at the elbow. Give it back to Hamlin. Lets Harwell fly by. Can't get a shot. Now he'll give it back to Hobbs. Clock running down to 37 seconds to play in the quarter. Preston likely just working for the last shot here as we're down to 30 seconds left.
They're just trying to get a shot. They're playing out on our guards really tight. Nowhere to go.
Linhart gives it back to Hobbs. That's the formula everybody's been using. Pressure in our faces and make them struggle from outside.
Exactly. We can't even get a shot off, so we're trying to get it inside, but Century's has a great defense up right now.
Clock down to 8 seconds in the quarter as Hobbs wants to drive. Give it back to Hamlin as he gets the man up in the air. Hobbs drives. He can't get it to go down.
But he's fouled.
He's going to the free throw line with 1.2 left.
There's that dribble drive ability that Hobbs has. Jones has it too.
So they've called a foul on Gillespie. His first. Team's fourth against the Diamondbacks. First free throw here by Hobbs was good.
Oh.
Second one no good. And that's the way the quarter will end, as we are even at 7 as we go to the second quarter. Second quarter tonight brought to you by Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Take a timeout. We'll go to the second right after this.
KACA.
Stop in at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest and save during the month of January. Autolite Double Platinum Spark Plugs. Buy 8, save $16 after mail-in rebate. 12-ounce can of WD-40 spray-on lubricant, just $5.49. And canisters of Armor All wipes, mix and match different types, 2 for $10. Price is good through February 16th. Preston Auto Parts CarQuest, 17 South State Street, where you can save daily on the everyday products you need for your car or truck. Stop in where you'll be treated like a friend. Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. The Preston Indians face off with the Pocatello Thunder this Friday night as they head to the pit in Pocatello. The Indians and Thunder played a very tough game last week in Preston and get together in a must-win situation for the Indians when it comes to conference play. Join us for the call on Friday night, starting with the pregame show at 7:15 and the tip-off at 7:30. It's all right here on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH and on mylocalradio.com, your home for Preston sports.
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
Well, we'll start the second quarter as the Indians and Diamondbacks tied at 7. And Preston will have the ball to start the second quarter, Lyle.
Yeah, low scoring, kind of a rock fight there that first quarter. Both teams turning the ball over a lot, playing hard, but just not playing cleanly.
Most low scoring is what Preston's had. If you go back to that last game against Hillcrest, they scored only 15 points in the first half. As Jones back into the game, wants to drive here on Harwell. as Harwell chases him all the way back out to the timeline. Now they lose it as it comes to Hamlin from, Linhart from along the right baseline is good.
Sounds like Harwell decided to take it as a personal challenge to guard Jones all over the court. Jones smartly feeds Linhart for the bucket.
Harwell swinging back over Blackhawk. Now back it comes to Pineda for a three. In, out, as Lee battles for the rebound with Knapp, but it's going to come to the Indians.
Yeah, great position by Knapp on that one to get the rebound and actually had the ball go off of.
Yeah, like that effort
Lee.
there by Knapp.
Yeah.
Knapp, as again, full court pressure put on by the Diamondbacks. As they get it up into the front court, comes to Linhart inside, a little contact, and what do they call?
Offensive foul.
Couldn't see the people in the way, but it's an offensive foul on Linhart. And that is the definition of cheap.
Yeah. I think it was more of a flop down there than an actual offensive
Absolutely
foul.
it was.
Yeah, Linhart will take a seat after just making a basket on the previous possession, so Rhett Larson back in.
I think high school needs to develop the flop warning like the college ball has.
Yeah.
So
actually, they do.
Here's Blackhawk up into the front. They ought to use it as it comes to Lee. Lee holds it, tries to get it, go back door to Fleischman, and the pass is behind him and out of bounds. So a bad pass and another turnover against the Diamondbacks. 9-7, the Indians have a lead here. Their first lead that Preston has had in the game. And we got a timeout. What do we got?
We got something on the floor.
Officials timeout. As she comes over to talk to the scorers table for a moment. As not sure what the discussion is about.
I couldn't hear either.
I was trying to listen. I couldn't pick it up.
They talked to the young lady who's running their new video board. Not sure if there was a problem with the board or not. So they get it into Larson as they'll give it back to Roberts. As Steven will bring it up into the front court as Harwell's just chasing Jones all around the floor. Down low to Larson and a foul.
Yeah, he got Lee up off his feet and good move by Knapp to go up to the basket, or Larson to go up to the basket.
So the foul will go against Lee. That's his second. And the senior who came out in the first quarter after committing his first foul. We'll see if he's going to stay on the floor or come out this time. Is Larson able to hit the first? First point of the game for Rhett. As here comes Gillespie back into the game, and exactly Lee will leave once again. In that last game at Hillcrest, Preston had only 7 free throws in the game. They made 6 out of 7. Knapp made 5. Made 7 out of 8, I should say. Knapp made 5, and Larson made 2, just like he just did.
Yeah, both of Larson's were right on the money. Nothing but the bottom of the net. Looked good.
11-7, Preston with a lead. Pineda outside on the angle left. Looks to bring it across to Gillespie. Can't go there, so he'll go to Blackhawk on the angle left. Now they come over on the right side as it does come to Gillespie. Lords pops out on him, so he'll have to go back to the far side of the floor again. Back to Blackhawk, who brings it back to the top of the key. Back to Pineda. As Pineda wants to drive, give it back over as it goes to Gillespie again. Still working the clock, just letting it run. Harwell, top of the key, wants to drive, put it up, and won't go down for him, but he's fouled.
Yeah, and that was a necessary foul by Knapp. He had it because Harwell was going straight to the basket.
First on Brecker, third on the Indians as a team, and Harwell will go back to the free throw line. As the first one here by Harwell is good. He's made 2 out of 3 from the line, and tonight's game is brought to you in part by Stokes Market True Value. Where they now make fresh sushi daily. Stokes Market True Value, 217 South State Street in Preston. Harwell makes them both this time. And back to a 2-point game again with Preston on top, 11-9. As Roberts gets it up into the front court as it comes to Knapp. They're now going to go man-to-man again as Blackhawk comes out to take Roberts. Bounce it to Knapp at the elbow. He'll shoot over Harwell, blocked by Harwell. Lawrence hustles for the ball, gets it back, and now gives it off to Roberts. Roberts drives, pulls up from 15. That's short, as Harwell able to grab the rebound inside. Here come the Diamondbacks again back the other way. Swing in the left corner. Pineda doesn't take the shot. They'll get it back outside as it comes to the Blackhawk, and they'll set up the offense again. Harding swing it back over to Gillespie. Wants to drive. Try to force it inside to Harwell. Taken away by the Indians. Here comes Jones. 2-on-1. And the block from behind by Pineda on the layup attempt by Roberts.
It was a good play by Pineda as he went up there and blocked
just
Hobbs as he went up.
Tip your cap on a good defensive play, but the Indians will keep possession.
5:09 to play in the first half. Preston still leads 11-9. Knapp will give it back to Jones. Jones stands outside, back in the corner to Hamlin for a three from the right corner.
Nothing but net. Nice shot by Hamlin.
Yeah, they set that play up all the way. Will cashes it in.
5-point lead, 14-9. 4:50 to play in the first half as Pineda will get it back outside. Fleischman comes way out away from the basket to receive the pass. Gives it off to Harwell on the angle left. Now back to Fleischman again as they really try to spread the floor. Down low to Gillespie for the layup.
Just lost him inside.
Yeah, Larson lost him as he went in underneath him, and then Knapp was too late to get there.
14-11, Preston still leads as the Century student body starts to really come alive. Jones stands outside the arc with Fleischman on him. He wants to drive all the way, scoop it up and around Harwell for the basket.
Yeah, he went around his back and up over the top. A little scoop shot. Nice job by Jones.
So here's Blackhawk in the front court. Down to Gillespie, get it back inside, lay it off. Harwell put it up and in. Nice backdoor cut by Isaiah Harwell. He's got 8, and it's a 3-point game, 16-13. Hobbs, top of the key with Blackhawk right on him. Comes back to Knapp. Now back to Hamlin, back to Knapp again as he stands just outside the ring. As it comes back to Hobbs. Hobbs again will set up the offense. Bounce it to Knapp at the right elbow. Give it to Jones. Looks at it. He'll take the three anyway. And no good. Just a little bit too long. Long rebounds off to Pineda. Pineda up into the front court. Goes in the corner. Gillespie holds it there on the right side. Tried to bounce it down low to get it into Fleischman. And it's deflected by the Indians and out of bounds.
Yeah, I thought it was Fleischman that knocked that out, but they called it on Knapp. I didn't see Knapp's hand, but I couldn't tell.
Yeah, Fleischman and Knapp about the same height, but Fleischman's probably a good 220 or so. Very strongly built football type kid.
Been trying to get it in. Got it into Gillespie. Has it just at the top of the key. Hobbs trying to force the ball out. Pineda for three from the right side is good.
Yeah, to leave him open like that, they didn't have anybody near him at that time. Nice shot by Pineda.
Ties the game at 16. That's our third tie of the game. As it comes back up to Hobbs. Now we go into 3 minutes here in the first half. Down low. Hobbs with a little reverse layup is good.
That was a circus shot, but it went in.
Not sure where he pulled that one out of the bag of tricks, but beautiful shot. Reverse layup.
Foul on Pineda, his first. And that'll be 6 on the Diamondbacks with just under 3 minutes to play here in the first half, and they'll be out of fouls. So here's Hobbs going to the free throw line. The first half of second quarter of tonight's game brought to you by Preston Auto Parts CarQuest as Hobbs unable to complete the three-point play. 18-16, Preston on top. Swing it back over as it comes to Blackhawk on the right side. Out top, Harwell driving. He'll elevate, and it's too strong. Punched away and off the official, so it stays in bounds. And then Century just turns around and throws it away, trying to get it down low.
Yeah, they had somebody open underneath, but they didn't make the correct pass to get to him.
Yeah,
good break for the Indians.
Pocatello across town leading 33-28 at halftime.
Do we know who they're playing, Pokey?
I
didn't catch that before the game.
I'm not sure. As it comes back out as Knapp for a 2, no good. Lenhart back into the game, has the rebound, turnaround jumper is good.
Nice little high jumper off the high arc up into the basket.
So here's Harwell back up into the front court. Pineda swings it back over to Blackhawk. Preston leads by 4 again. 2 minutes exactly to play here in the first half. Harding back into the game with his 2 fouls. Comes to Fleischman, now back to Harding. Swing it back to Harwell again. Pineda bounces it inside. Great pass to get it down low to Fleischman, and we can't get it to go down. Harding with the offensive rebound can, though, and puts it in. Back to a 2-point game.
The Diamondbacks had a 2-on-1 possession down underneath the basket that time, and Linhart couldn't get between both of them.
Here's Jones. Works it outside. Minute and a half left to go here in the first half. Jones now wants to drive. Runs into a double team. Gives it off in the right corner to Hobbs. He'll elevate. Can't get it to go down, and silly foul by Knapp out of control. Goes over a guy's back to try to get the rebound.
Well, Fleischman backed in underneath Knapp as he went up. It was coming up for the rebound, but he was still over the back. But nice move by Fleischman to get the foul on Knapp.
Yeah. Larson will come back in. Knapp will go to the bench. 1:20 to play. Preston up by 2, 20-18 here in the first half. As Blackhawk walks the ball into the front court. Swing it off over to Pineda again on the angle left. Come over on the right side, back to Fleischman right in front of the Preston bench. Back to Harding, back outside Pineda. His shot no good. Linhart up high for the rebound in front of Harwell. And then he throws it away as it goes back. And the little circus pass back to Harwell because Pineda was too far into the bucket. And then a foul down low on Linhart. I believe they're going to call it on.
They call it on
they
Hobbs?
called it on Hobbs.
They called it on Hobbs. So it's Hobbs' first. 5 on the Indians with 54 seconds left. And Harding will bring it in from under the basket.
Yeah, those are killers. When you get the rebound and you finished your defensive stop, but then you throw it away on the outlet pass.
Harwell driving, shoots over Jones from the elbow is good.
Just makes that look so easy, doesn't he?
Yeah, when he elevates with his size, he's really hard to bother at the top of his jump.
Especially when Jones, the smallest guy in the court, is trying to guard him. Here's Drew in the front court. Comes off to Roberts. Linhart has it at the left baseline. Back outside to Jones. Clock runs down to under 25 seconds to play now. As Roberts comes back across the top of the key. Hobbs holds it there. Back out top to Linhart. As he wants to shoot it, can't. Give it back to Jones. He shoots a 3 over Harwell. No good. Rebounds off to Fleischman with 13 seconds to go in the half. They'll get it up in the front court. Now slow it down as they give it to Harwell way out by the timeline. Clock runs down to 6 with 5. As Harwell loses the ball, has to go back and get it. Then he forces up a long 3. It's an air ball. He tried to make a quick move and forgot to take the ball with him. And in doing so, each team scores 13 points in the quarter. And we're still tied 20-20 as we go to halftime. Stay tuned for the Ralph's Construction halftime report. It comes up right after this timeout with Preston 20 and Century 20.
KACA.
Ralph's Construction has been building quality homes in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston for years. Now they're breaking ground on Phase 3 and will have homes available again soon. However, now is the time to be planning exactly in the Phase 3 lots where you want to be and eventually call home. For more information, call 435-232-1837. Ralph's Construction can have a home ready for you before you know it. Remember, they have floor plans available, or they can build to suit a floor plan that you may desire. Ralph's Construction. Call today, 435-232-1837.
Saving money by shopping with coupons is finally worth it. You don't have to spend hours looking for places to clip the coupons. They can be right at your fingertips on any smart device. Log into your Stokes Market Rewards account to find dozens of coupons every week. It's so easy you can't afford not to use coupons as you shop. They can help you put your rewards account on your smart device at the service desk at Stokes Market in Preston. Shop, enjoy, save with digital coupons at Stokes Market in Preston.
The Preston Lady Indians have one regular season game remaining in what has been a very successful season. Thursday night, the Indians will celebrate senior night as the Logan Grizzlies come to Preston Gym. 5 seniors will be playing their final regular season home game. If you can't make it there, catch the game on KACH, starting with the pregame show at 7:15 and the tip-off at 7:30. Thursday night is senior night for the Lady Indians on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH and on mylocalradio.com, your home for Preston sports.
Franklin County Medical Center Sports Therapy and Rehabilitation Services is dedicated to helping you live your best life. We have trained professional staff to help you improve your athletic endurance and so much more. Whether you are recovering from injury or surgery or need some basic athletic training, we work hard to get you back to doing what you love most. Our speech pathologists can also assist with communication, language, or other speech issues. Learn more about our services at fcmc.org.
KACH.
Welcome back here at halftime as each team tied at 7 after the first quarter, and they're tied at 20 after the second, as Lyle, John thought the first half was maybe just a little sloppy at times.
Yeah, I really like the Indians showing that fight, that moxie, though. After going down 6-0, they really battled back and knotted the thing up at the end of first quarter, then tied up again at the end of halftime. So I like the effort. I like the fight and the energy. Just got to clean up the turnovers and then shoot the ball a little better, and I think the Indians will be right where they want to be.
And that's exactly right. If we can just get the shots, but we're doing a great job on Harwell, I think. Inside our defense is what's really keeping us in this game, keeping them from getting those easy shots, Harwell. He's going to make his points. We know that, but the thing of it is we're doing a great job on the rest of the team.
Yeah, it's kind of strange to think that he has 10 points. He leads both teams in scoring in the first half, but they've done a good job on him defensively.
I think so, too.
Yeah, there will be some times where he'll get shots off that even good defense won't stop. But, yeah, I think they've done a good job on Harwell and, played well overall despite the sloppiness and the turnovers.
For the Indians, as far as they go, I thought Tyler Linhart, when he was in there going up against both Harwell and Bruin Fleischman, he held his own and played very well.
Yeah, he really gave him a boost. And, the Indians probably didn't get it down to Knapp in the low block as much as they would prefer in that first half. But, Century is a good defensive team. They have been under Coach Frost ever since he took over the program. They're one of the best in the 4A year in and year out defensively. So, it's always tough to come in and score on these guys. But Indians are right where they want to be, in it at halftime, 2020 all.
What do you do to correct the situations, John?
Well, what we've got to do is get our guards open so we can get the shots off. Because if we can get the guards getting some shots off, that'll open up the inside for the bigs to go in underneath, get a pass into Knapp and to Rhett.
So that's what the Indians are looking at for the second half. They're even. So first half, so far so good here in this must-win game, really, to get back into the conference race tonight here against the Diamondbacks. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back, look at the stats from the first half as we continue right after this.
KACH.
Why just get a job when you can start an exciting career in healthcare? Franklin County Medical Center is now hiring. We are looking for talented people to join our team with multiple positions available across several departments. Day or night shifts, full or part-time. There's something for everyone. Make a difference in our community. Start a career at Franklin County Medical Center. We have competitive pay, referral bonuses, benefits including education assistance to help you advance your education and expand your career options. Find out more about what is available and apply at fcmc.org/careers.
KACH.
Well, let's look at the first half stats from the game as the cheer squad for the Diamondbacks out on the floor going through one of their routines. And the first half stats brought to you by Naylor Insurance, with options to serve you from home, health, life, and auto through Liberty Mutual Insurance. It's Naylor Insurance at 153 North State Street in Preston. Give them a call at 852-0810. For the Diamondbacks in the first half, they jumped out early with a pair of threes to a 6-0 lead and didn't hit another three the rest of the first half. Scoring-wise in the first half, Zach Gillespie had 2. Isaiah Harwell, as we mentioned, had a total of 10 in the first half. Elias Blackhawk had 3. Nash Harding had a pair, and Luke Pineda hit the other three-pointer in the first half, and he finished with 3 points as well. As far as free throws, Lyle, in the first half of the Diamondbacks, they were 4 out of 4, all made by Isaiah Harwell.
Yeah, for the Indians, Dan, Cam Hobbs had 3 points. He hit a 2 and had a free throw. Drew Jones had 2 points on that driving acrobatic layup. Steve Roberts had 2. Brecker Knapp with 4. Rhett Larson had 2 on a pair of free throws. Tyler Lindhart with 4. And Will Hamlin came in and hit a 3. Overall, the Indians in that first half shot at 7 out of 12 on 2-pointers. Only 1 for 6 on threes. Of course, they'd like to improve on that. And they go 3 for 5 from the free throw line. So, another 3 or 2 that they hit instead of going 1 for 6. And we have a nice little lead going into halftime.
So it's 20-20 here at the end of the first half. As for Preston, I thought they played pretty well in the first half. They controlled that in-your-face pressure that they haven't really been able to do the last 3 games.
Well, and they're not letting one player run on them. I was expecting a little more out of Fleischman, and and still they're holding him back too. So our defense, I think, is playing outstanding.
When you think of Harwell playing out on the point as far as defense, you think of really having to spread out the wings, try to be able to complete those passes. But they were still making the passes into the wings well.
Yeah, the Indians have done a couple things to combat that. They've had their taller guys bring the ball down, Knapp and Roberts, instead of Hobbs and Jones, to pass over Harwell. And Harwell hasn't picked any of those passes off. He doesn't have any steals at that point of attack so far. So good job by the Indians in the first half on that.
So 20-20, we'll take a timeout. We'll come back. The second half coming up just around the corner from here at the Snake Pit at Century High School in Pocatello, as this game is even as we go to the second half.
KACA.
Ralph's Construction has been building quality homes in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston for years. Now they're breaking ground on Phase 3 and will have homes available again soon. However, now is the time to be planning exactly in the Phase 3 lots where you want to be and eventually call home. For more information, call 435-232-1837. Ralph's Construction can have a home ready for you before you know it. Remember, they have floor plans available, or they can build to suit a floor plan that you may desire. Ralph's Construction. Call today, 435-232-1837.
Franklin County Medical Center is proud to provide excellence in surgical and specialty healthcare right here in our community, making it extremely convenient to receive world-class care without even leaving the county. The best part is that we work closely with your primary care physicians to ensure a convenient and coordinated care experience. Our skilled surgeons are continually adding services to Franklin County, some you won't find anywhere in the greater Cache Valley area. Discover what is available right here at fcmc.org/specialty. You just might be surprised at what we have to offer.
The Preston Indians face off with the Pocatello Thunder this Friday night as they head to the pit in Pocatello. The Indians and Thunder played a very tough game last week in Preston and get together in a must-win situation for the Indians when it comes to conference play. Join us for the call on Friday night, starting with the pregame show at 7:15 and the tip-off at 7:30. It's all right here on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH and on mylocalradio.com, your home for Preston sports.
A proud member of the Co-op. We save you money on advertising and enable you to reach more customers. We are KACH, Preston, Clarkston, KACH.
All right, we'll start the second half.
Ralph's
right where we were when we started, tied, as the Diamondbacks will have the ball to start the second half. Fleischman gets it in, comes to Blackhawk. Fleischman holds it outside the ring. Now it comes over to Pineda to get it back to Fleischman again, as they'll probe the outside of the zone defense here by the Indians. As Lee gets it down in the left corners, it comes down to Fleischman, drop it down inside, and they knock it away from Harwell on the way up. Knapp able to control it, comes up the floor, goes around Harwell, off the glass, spins in and out. Fleischman's got the rebound. Here they come, 3-on-2. It comes to Blackhawk in the left side. Three-pointer from there is no good. Pineda has the rebound. He'll kick it back out. It's going to back out. They'll swing it back to Blackhawk again. Try to get it, bounce it down low to Harwell on the block as they find Pineda all alone down low for the layup.
Yeah, misread there by Hobbs underneath as Pineda got away from him and all alone.
Convenient and coordinated
loose balls on the floor. You got to dive for it. You can't bend at the waist. You got to get on the floor after it.
They double-team Roberts, so he gets it across the timeline anyway, up to the front court to get it to Knapp. Now they come back to Roberts. Steve holds it, looks over at the bench as Blackhawk follows him out near the timeline as Century goes man-to-man here to start the second half. as it comes back to Roberts. He'll hold it outside, drives on Blackhawk, gets cut off by Blackhawk. Back over to Jones over on the left side as it comes to Larson. Oh, great pass down low to Knapp as Harwell may have got a piece of it. Either way, it's no good. And the rebound's off to the Diamondbacks. Blackhawk gives it back to Pineda. Down low, missed the layup. Larson with the rebound there. He'll give it off to Knapp. Here comes Brecker on the dead run. Up into the front court to Jones. Left side for a three. Good.
That's what we need is our guards to take that shot when they're wide
Proud
open.
member of the co-op. We save you money on advertising and enable you to reach more customers. We are KACH, Preston, Clarkston, Mink Creek.
Fifth lead change of the game. Here's Fleischman from outside. That's no good. And that'll go back over to the Indians as Pineda was out of bounds when he tried to save it on the floor.
Jones did a good job of blocking it so that they couldn't get to the ball and save it.
Yeah, smart little heads-up play there by Drew.
So here's Preston to get it to Knapp as he's hold on a second. As
another score.
We have another problem here.
Issue.
They're trying to run the scoreboard simultaneously with the main scoreboard here on the new graphics board they have here. And for whatever reason, that seems to be the problem the officials having.
They're asking them to focus because she's trying to put the video board up and the stop and start the clock.
So here comes gets to Larson. Hobbs goes back to Larson, lay it up and in. Nice job by Rhett.
Yeah, beautiful play. Nice look. Finding the open guy. Rhett all alone in the middle. Nice job by Jones.
Indians are up by 3, 25-22. Pineda holds it. Free throw line extended right. Backdoor pass to Lee. He's intercepted by Hobbs and then a foul on Lee because he stuck his knee out and got a chunk of Hobbs going by.
Yeah, Hobbs did a great job by cutting that pass into Lee, and then Lee fouled him trying to get away from him.
That's going to be his third, and Nash Harding will have to come back into the game.
Yeah, Lee, one of their most athletic players at 6'2", was doing big reverse windmill dunks in warm-ups. So they lose some athleticism when he goes out.
Hobbs comes down the right side, looks inside as Harding is trying to front Larson down on the block as that's punched away by Harwell and goes out of bounds. Stays with the Indians.
Yeah, Harwell sticking on Jones like glue.
As Hobbs will bring it in as it comes back inside to Knapp. Now back to Hobbs. Spin move. Drives down the paint. And offensive foul.
Said he hooked him?
He hooked him. Yeah, and he did. I'm going to give that
I didn't have a good view of it, yeah.
Yeah.
So first foul on each team here in the second half. And Hobbs now has 2 on him. As Blackhawk will bring the ball back up into the front court. Preston still leads by 3. 5:05 to play here in quarter number 3. They'll swing it back around to Harwell. Can't get the shot. They'll work it back out top to Pineda again. Harding, free throw line extended left. One bounce dribble comes back to Pineda. Can't get a shot, so he'll bounce it back out. As Fleischman gets it inside, and a foul on the Indians inside. No shot. That's going to go on Hobbs. That's going to be his third.
Yeah, he'll have to come out.
He'll come out. Hamlin will come back in.
As the pass came in to who's 12? I forget. Or Harding. As it came into Harding, Hobbs did have just a hold of his arm as he came in.
Harding trying to get it in, gets it into Fleischman. He wants to drive, goes around Hamlin, and then draws the foul. Foul's going to go on Larson.
If Larson hadn't have gone up, he would have got the charge there. He had good position on him, but he went up with him on Fleischman.
So here's Bruin to the line, looking for his first points of the game. This is the front end of the 2-shot foul, and still looking for his first points.
Yeah, Bruin looks to be about 10-15 pounds heavier muscle-wise than he was last year. However, he was a very good shooter. I wonder if that muscle mass impacts the outside shooting a little bit sometimes.
I'm sure that's come at the direction of the coaching staff over at Air Force. They wanted to start bulking up for football
his
season.
future's in football rather than basketball, yeah.
As outside, Larson gets it over to Roberts. Roberts wants to drive. Hamlin pops back out to get it, a 3, no good. Fleischman with good position has the rebound. Bruin will push up into the front court. Goes all the way to the basket. Lost it going up. Harwell gets it in midair and puts it back in, though.
Yeah, that one-handed hand leap and just put it back in with one hand.
Yeah, got a box. Box out.
Even again at 25. Get it down low, and that's going to be a holding foul on Fleischman. They tried to get it down on the block to Knapp, and Fleischman came around the weak side and held on to him.
Yeah, they just rolled up the wrestling mats after halftime, and this is best 2 falls out of 3 down there with Knapp and Fleischman.
Roberts will get it in deep as it comes out to Knapp, out to Jones. Harwell follows him out near the timeline, so Drew won't take that shot. Give it back to Hamlin. Hamlin holds right in front of us, comes back to Larson. Give it back to Roberts now on the angle left. Roberts wants to drive, back out top to Jones again. Jones tries to drive. Pineda punches it away. Coming 2-on-2 as Harding has it down low. Missed the layup. Knapp has the rebound. Punched out of bounds by Harwell.
Yeah, Jones got his pocket picked right there by the half-court line, and they had a fast break. But, again, the Indians got back and stopped them from scoring.
Yeah, good hustle back.
Linhart comes back into the game as Larson will go to the bench. Tied at 25. 3.5 to play here in quarter number 3. Roberts comes to Knapp as Fleischman loses him high off the glass, put it into the foul.
You know, I gotta say this. Knapp is playing exceptional underneath the basket. He's making some moves. He's just a little bit quicker than Harwell and Fleischman underneath the basket.
Yeah, he's really using his athletic ability really well.
I thought they called that on Blackhawk. They signaled 2. Now they change it to 1. So the foul is against Harwell, and Knapp completes the 3-point play. So Brecker's got 7. Preston has a 3-point lead again. And we're down to 3:20 to play here in the third quarter. As it comes to Pineda, he'll hold there. Harding out top, swing it back to Harwell, wants to drive, he'll elevate. Shot is no good. Lords has the rebound there for the Indians. Gives it to Jones as they get back up defensively, do the Diamondbacks. Back to Lords, now back to Jones again, top of the key. As Blackhawk comes out on Jones this time as they switch. As Jones, there's going to be a timeout called here by Preston. So the Indians take a timeout with 2:52 to play here in the quarter. We'll take one as well. We'll be right back.
KACA.
Why just get a job when you can start an exciting career in healthcare? Franklin County Medical Center is now hiring. We are looking for talented people to join our team with multiple positions available across several departments. Day or night shifts, full or part-time. There's something for everyone. Make a difference in our community. Start a career at Franklin County Medical Center. We have competitive pay, referral bonuses, benefits including education assistance to help you advance your education and expand your career options. Find out more about what is available and apply at fcmc.org/careers.
KACH.
So Preston will have the ball, 2:52 to play here in the quarter.
Jones is doing it. Oh, go ahead.
And they have a 3-point lead. Lords gets it into Drew as Harwell comes right out on. Boy, he's all over him. As Jones will back it back out again. Whoops, slips. Harwell tries to dive to take the ball away, couldn't, and then a reach-in foul against Harwell.
Yeah, again, Harwell seems just, have a personal vendetta against Drew Jones when he gets the ball, and Drew dribbled out of it.
Jones is showing an excellent ball control around him. Not letting him reach in on him, even though he's got a longer reach.
Jones will bring it deep in the backcourt as Lords has to run and get it with Pineda right on top of him. And then he'll bring it back up into the front court. Comes back across the top of the key. Hamlin in the right side.
There we go.
Dumps it down low to Linhart. Down on the right block. Put it up. Partially blocked. Lords has the rebound and a foul inside.
Good hustle by Lords. Oh, they're calling him for the foul. Wow. Well.
Wow, they're going to call that an offensive foul on Lords on the rebound?
Yeah.
That's incredible.
I thought he rebounded it cleanly, then got fouled by Century.
If the foul was on the rebound, it was about 2 seconds late.
Right. Late whistle.
So here comes Harwell back up into the front court. 28-25, Preston leads. 2:15 to play in the third. Blackhawk holds there at the top of the key. Lee back in the game with his 3 fouls. They get it down low to Fleischman, who dropped the ball, and then Preston knocked it out of bounds trying to get control of it. So it stays with the Diamondbacks underneath their own basket, and Jordan Lee will step out of bounds to bring it back in. Gets it into Fleischman. Back out in the corner, Pineda for 3, good.
He's deadly from out there. That's his 3rd basket, I think, out from that right side on the three-pointer.
We're tied again, 28-28. Comes to Lenhart. Hamlin looks at a 3 of his own, no good. Long rebound chased into the corner. Pineda beat Lords to the ball, and they'll give it off to Harwell. 1:40 to play, tied at 28. Blackhawk gets in the left corner, drives the baseline. Harwell picks up the loose ball and puts it in.
Yeah, that long reach of his, he gets that ball up there on top, and he's real smart keeping the ball up high and then just lobs it over the rim.
Well, here's Jones back up to the front court for the Indians. 30-28. 5 quick points for the Diamondbacks gives them the lead. Here's Jones from about 17. It's good. So got away from Harwell just long enough to get a shot off. Tied at 30 once again. Lee has it out top, gives it to Fleischman. Comes to Harwell on the left side. They try to double team him there. Comes back outside. Then they find the open man on the back door. It was Pineda, and he's fouled trying to run the baseline. The foul's going to go against Lenhart, his 2nd.
Yeah, there wasn't much Lenhart could do because Pineda had a drive on him going underneath the basket towards the basket.
51 seconds left.
We tried to get another 3 for him off the inbounds. That time we stopped the 3. There we go.
As Blackhawk holds it now from the left corner 3. Good again.
You can't leave him, though.
yeah, you can't leave him open. He had a good 3-4 feet before he saw a defender, and so, you got to pull up on him, get a hand in his face.
33-30. Century with the lead as Jones to Lenhart. 2-pointer from the right corner is no good. As an air ball pulled down by Jones and a holding foul. It'll stay with the Indians. That'll be the 5th team foul against the Diamondbacks. And even that category at 5 apiece, as the foul will go against Pineda, his 2nd.
Yeah, when Harwell's guarding Jones that closely on the dribble, one of our bigs needs to come up and set a good hard screen on Harwell. That'd be very effective when he's that close right in Drew's shirt.
Lords gives it back to Jones. 17 seconds to play in the quarter. Preston trails by 3. Lords has it in the right corner, holds it there. We'll get it back inside as it comes back to Lenhart. Give it back to Jones with 6. He'll shoot the 3. That's no good. As the rebound will come off to Blackhawk with 2, with 1. He traveled. They didn't call it, and the shot didn't go in anyway. So we're done with 3, and it's a 3-point game. As the Century Diamondbacks lead 33-30. Each will go to the fourth quarter tonight, brought to you by Webb Funeral Home, and we'll go there right after this.
KACA.
Webb Funeral Home, established in Preston in 1925, has served the needs of Franklin County families and their neighbors for several generations. Now in their modern new full-service facilities just off Highway 91 south of Preston, Webb Funeral Home continues to offer caring and professional services to all residents of the area in their time of need. Funeral directors Douglas Webb, Ron Smaley, and Jordan Webb, along with aftercare specialist Jody Rasmussen, thank you for your trust in them and welcome your questions and concerns anytime. A message from your friends at Webb Funeral Home.
Franklin County Medical Center is proud to provide excellence in surgical and specialty healthcare right here in our community, making it extremely convenient to receive world-class care without even leaving the county. The best part is that we work closely with your primary care physicians to ensure a convenient and coordinated care experience. Our skilled surgeons are continually adding services to Franklin County, some you won't find anywhere in the greater Cache Valley area. Discover what is available right here at fcmc.org/specialty. You just might be surprised at what we have to offer.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Tonight's game brought to you by West Motor Company in Preston and in Logan. If you're in need of a car or truck for that college or high school student, get a hold of West Motors and save today. West Motors in Preston and in Logan. We go to the fourth, brought to you by Webb Funeral Home, a 3-point game with Century on top, 33-30. Preston has the ball to start the quarter.
Indians with their original starting 5 back out there. Steve Roberts sporting some tissue up his nose. He must have got hit.
As down low, Knapp, and a reach-in foul. Nope, they're going to call it right on top of the ball to freeze the ball, and it's going to come back over to Century.
Yeah, good idea. They got Brecker going towards the basket.
Didn't see who it was who reached in there, got a hand on top of the ball, but good job as Century will get it back on the alternating possession rule. Harwell back to Pineda. Down low on the block, it goes to Fleischman. Kick it back outside, and he traveled. Blackhawk thought about taking the three, and the last minute changed his mind and traveled.
Yeah, his feet went before the ball did, and that way we got the ball back. Coach Jones is doing a terrific job getting the players in and out, too.
So here's Hobbs back up to the front court as Roberts has it, and they're going to say that Roberts traveled.
He's trying to take a hard jab step to get Pantea off him, but I guess he must have dragged his pivot foot there.
So ball comes back over to Century. There's 40 seconds into the quarter. Neither team has had a shot here to start the quarter as it comes back to Harwell. Top of the key, wants to drive, kick it back over Blackhawk on the left side. Tries to drive, but doesn't shoot it. Comes back outside to Harwell again. Fleischman shoots it back over to Pantea over on the far side. Now back out top to Fleischman. Gives it back to Harwell in the angle left. Holds it high above his head. Comes back outside to Blackhawk. Fleischman for three. That's no good. Tell you what, Preston will pay him to shoot from out there as it comes up to Jones. Gets it back up in the front court. He'll give it back to Jones. 33-30. Century with a 3-point lead.
Indians need a bucket. Been stuck on 30 here for about 3 minutes of game time.
Jones, that shot no good. Tapped around a little bit, and Pantea has it, and a reach-in foul in the backcourt on Brecker.
Yeah, Brecker had a hold of his arm, trying to pull him away from the ball.
Second on Knapp. Bad news is Preston's now out of fouls. That's 16 fouls for the second half. So they get it in as it comes into Blackhawk. Gets it across the center court stripe. Harwell now back to Blackhawk again. He'll pull the ball back out. Inside it goes to Fleischman inside. Goes up strong and then gets fouled on the rebound.
Yeah, wild shot.
Yeah, Rhett didn't like that. He thought Fleischman pushed off on him and then went up for the basket. They called the foul on Rhett.
He did, because when he spun, he shot the ball and then two hands against Rhett to go get the rebound. So yeah, it should have been a foul against Fleischman as Bruin misses the front end of the two-shot foul.
If it seems like there's been a Fleischman at Century forever, there kind of has. His older brother started as a freshman about 5 years ago. So there's been a Fleischman on varsity here for a good 5 years running.
And he's now playing offensive line, the football team at Montana State. As they get it up into the front court, knocked out of bounds as Bruin hustles to take the ball away.
Yeah, Fleischman saw that pass coming all the way, and he hustled from the center of the key, clear over to knock that ball out of bounds.
Roberts to get it in, brings it into Hobbs. Hobbs right in front of us. We'll bring it back across the top of the key. Now wants to try down the left side. Gets a pretty good look down low as his pass is deflected, but he gets it back. And now looking to give it to somebody as he finds himself in traffic. Back to Roberts, and Roberts is held
by
Fleischman. And that's going to be 16 fouls now on the Diamondbacks as well. So this will be ball out of bounds, but both teams will shoot foul shots for the remaining 5:58 of the game. It's going to become a free throw shooting contest. Get it down low to Larson. Rhett goes up over Lee and puts it in.
Nice little move by Rhett. Fronted him, got in front of him, then turned around and went up over the top of him on a timing jump.
Rhett's got 6. That's more than he had in the game against Hillcrest last week. As they come back out top, back to Blackhawk. A 1-point game, 33-32. 5.5 to play here in the fourth quarter. Brought to you by Webb Funeral Home. Pantea gives it back to Blackhawk. Back out top to Pantea again. Looks at the three, doesn't take it. Steps into the left elbow. Now gets it back outside to Harwell. And timeout called by the Century Diamondbacks.
Great defense by the Indians there that time. That's why Coach called it timeout.
5:21 to play in the quarter. Century up by a point. We'll be right back.
KACA.
When you're on the hunt for your next vehicle, you would be wise to hunt the lot at West Motor Ford in Preston. If you don't find the new or pre-owned vehicle that you're looking for, they will help you search the country high and low for the exact vehicle for you. At West Motor Ford in Preston, they also buy good used vehicles. You need cash now? Bring a good used vehicle to West Motor Ford and they'll write you a check. West Motor Ford in Preston.
WestMotorCompany.com.
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
So it'll be Century's ball after the timeout. Fleischman will bring it in from right in front of the players' bench as they get it into Harwell. Harwell with 14, Pantea with 11. Those two have combined for 25 of their 33 points. Down to Fleischman, a shot no good. Larson gets the rebound, and he's pulled down from behind by Fleischman.
Is that who they called it on?
Well, they got Harding, I thought.
I thought it was Harding. Yeah.
Well, Harding in that case gets his third. That's two players now for the Diamondbacks with 3 fouls each. And this will be 1-1 for Larson, who can tie the game and give Preston a lead if he can make them both. Here comes the first one by Rhett. But no good. Harwell's got the rebound. Fourth quarter brought to you by Webb Funeral Home. You know them, you trust them, they're here to stay. Harwell, top of the key, launches a three, no good. As Larson battles for it inside, Harding able to take it away, and he's fouled going up for the layup.
Yeah, he'll be fouled by Larson.
Well, it's too bad because we had a rebound. We had a stop and a rebound, and Harding steals it.
That's exactly what Jones said. Protect the rebound. They reached out and grabbed him. So here's Harding go to the free throw line for his first time tonight. A 67%er makes the first. Gives him 3 in the game and opens the lead back out to 2 points again, 34-32.
How important was Rhett's free throw back then? What would have put us up close to it?
Yeah, front end of a 1-and-1.
Second one by Harding is good. Back out to a 3-point game. Still a 1-possession game for the Indians as they trail 35-32. As coming across the top of the key, comes to Knapp in the corner. Knapp will give it back to Harding, or Hobbs rather, brings it back out top to the top of the key. Jones slices through. Larson, however, slashes out to get the ball. Holds it above his head, comes back to Hobbs. Comes around the screen, they switch as now he has Harding on him.
Take Harding, yeah.
As down in the corner goes to Knapp down low as Brecker missed the layup and then commits a foul in the backcourt, trying to reach in on Harwell, who had the ball cleanly.
Yeah, a little bit of frustration maybe on Brecker's part on that foul.
That's his third, and Harwell will go to the line. Tonight's game brought to you by Rounds & Associates Insurance Agency, offering many options for your insurance needs. 85 South State Street in Preston is where you can find them. You can get your competitive quote today or call them at 852-2500.
Yeah, well, that was Brecker's fourth foul. They had to bring him off the court, brought Hamlin in.
So Hamlin comes in for Knapp. Harwell at the free throw line makes the first. Gives him 15 in the game. He's 5 for 5 from the line. 4-point game. Harwell to extend. Made them both. He averages 20. He's got 16. As Hobbs back up into the front court. 5-point lead. That's the biggest timeout called by Jones. 5 points is the biggest lead for Century since early on when they had a 6-point lead, about a minute and a half gone into the first quarter. With a timeout on the floor, we'll take a timeout as well. And once again, we'll be right back.
KACH.
Rounds & Associates Insurance Service is an independent insurance agency with Allstate, Travelers, Auto Owners, Safeco, Progressive, and Nationwide, just to name a few. Stop by the office for your competitive quote today. Rounds & Associates Insurance Service. Call 208-852-2500. Rounds & Associates Insurance, supporting both the Westside Pirates and the Preston Indians on to victory. You've got this. Don't weaken. Rounds & Associates Insurance Service. Call today, 208-852-2500.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Crosstown at the pit. Pocatello leading Highland 58-43 at the end of 3. As, again, the referees come over here to talk to the lady running the new video board.
Yeah, new experience for all of them.
As the Indians come back out on the floor, still waiting for the Diamondbacks to come back in tonight's game, brought to you by Franklin County Medical Center, providing you the best care in all of the Cache Valley. Franklin County Medical Center, 44 North 1st East in Preston. Preston has the ball. Jones will bring it in from right in front of us. Harwell steps right up on him as the referee says, nope, you got to give him a little bit of room, and he'll get it into Hobbs in the backcourt. They'll go back man-to-man again, Will Century, as Harwell follows Jones around the court. Hobbs gives it back to Hamlin. Hamlin now back to Jones out near the timeline as tries to make a move around Harwell. Goes down into the right corner. Now wants to spin and come back. Harlow steps up on him, and they'll come back to Hamlin.
I'd like to see Hobbs take Harding off the dribble. He can take him.
Well, we've got all our three-point shooters out there, so I think that's what they're trying to do. Is
Roberts
nice
gets
move
it down
inside.
low. Hamlin on the back. Jones, rather, fall-away jumper is not going to go. Tapped by Harwell as he taps it to Lee. 3:25 to play. It stays a 5-point game. You got to get Nat back in the game. Linhart will come in as well at the next dead ball as Blackhawk will hold. They'll get it off to Fleischman, who stands and holds and takes a couple of deep breaths while they just let people run around the floor. Again, just running time off the clock as it comes to Harding. Harding now wants to drive all the way, put it up and in. Lead is 7. Here's a 3 from the corner by Hamlin's no good. Harwell has the rebound. 7-point lead for Century is now their biggest lead of the game as here comes Harwell. Lee, a 3 from the right corner. That's no good. Long rebound is off to Hobbs. Quickly up the floor it comes to Hamlin. Hamlin gives it back to Jones. Back to Hamlin, a 3. Good.
Got it.
His second of the game. Back to a 4-point lead, 39-35.
Well, there you go.
Knocked away by Hobbs, picked up by Larson. He gives it back to Hobbs. To Jones. Hamlin, another 3. Just rolls out.
Wow.
It circled the whole rim, still come out.
2:10 to play, and Harwell taking his time, bringing it up the floor, trying to get his breath back. Comes out to Fleischman, way out away from the basket. As Blackhawk comes to the ball, and a timeout again called by the Century coach. Full timeout, we'll take it as well. As we're back to Century right after this. The Diamondbacks lead by 4. We'll be right back.
KACH.
When it comes to all things electrical, Sean Carter and the guys at S&T Electrical should always be your go-to crew. With experience in everything from new construction to repairs, service, and new installations, S&T Electrical is professional and friendly in all they do. Your electrical work will be done right. Call S&T Electric today at 208-852-5878.
This is Sean Carter with S&T Electric. It's what we do.
KACH.
Tonight's game, the fourth quarter of tonight's game, brought to you by Webb Funeral Home in Preston. Remember, their compassionate staff will help you in your time of need. Call them at 852-0533. That's Webb Funeral Home. You know them. You trust them. They're here to stay.
So the Indians will bring Linhart out instead of Larson to give you a little more quickness and defensive versatility. They're going to have to go man-to-man here. Century will just hold the ball if we let him.
Blackhawks.
Knapp's also back in.
Yeah, they get it in as Lee drives the baseline for the easy layup. Back to a 6-point lead again, 41-35. As Century holds with 1:40 to play, the Indians have the ball, top of the key. Here comes Hobbs, faced up there against Fleischman. Hamlin, another three is good again to cut the lead in half. His third of the game. 41-38, 1:25 to play. Here comes Blackhawk up into the front court. Give it to Lee, back out top, back to Pantea. Pantea spins on Jones, now tries to penetrate, pulls it back out as it comes back to Fleischman again. Or back to Blackhawk again, now back to Fleischman. As, Linhart almost had it, going the other way as it went off his hand and out of bounds. Clock down to 1:03 left.
Jones instructing his players, start to foul him, stop the clock.
41-38. Got to be careful who you foul, though.
Yep.
As it comes in to Lee. Lee looks down at the block, gets it down there to Harwell, goes up against Hamlin, a foul against Hamlin.
That was a good foul, though, because they went up by 5 with 56. It had been a little tougher. So we'll make him earn it on the stripe. 3 on
Hamlin. As Fleischman now back to the line again.
Or Harwell.
Or Harwell again, my bad. First one, good. He's 7 out of 7 from the line tonight and has 17. Pocatello as a team is a very average free throw shooting team. They only shoot 60% as a team. But certainly Harwell is making that go up. Second one is good again. He's 8 out of 8 and opens the lead back up to 5. 53 seconds left. Hobbs into the front court. Hobbs wants to drive all the way. Waits for Harwell to fly by, and he missed the layup. Knapp gets it back, and he is fouled going up.
Oh, that was so close. Should have gone down.
Great play by Hobbs. Yeah, just waited for traffic to clear and couldn't finish with the left hand.
Foul goes against Pantea, his third. As Knapp goes to the line to shoot 1 and 1.
You definitely need these points with this clock stopped.
First one is good. Brecker now with 8 in the game. Can make it a 3-point game again here. Down to 1 possession if he can make the second one. Made them both. So it's a 3-point game. Full court pressure put on by the Indians as they get it ahead to Fleischman. Oh, look out as he stepped out of bounds.
Stepped out of bounds. Or was it a foul? What's he calling?
I'm
a
not
foul
sure.
on the floor, or did he step out?
Well, let's see what they're going to call. Where Fleischman ran out of bounds, there wasn't any defense. So there couldn't have been a foul. They got the ball up the floor.
Still a discussion
to
here.
Pantea, and they're going to call a foul on Linhart, who was nowhere near the play.
So it's still a 3-point lead. That basket, that duck did not count.
Yep.
Fleischman to shoot 2, and the double bonus makes the first. And timeout on the floor called by the Century bench. 44-40, a full timeout. We'll take it as well and be right back.
KACA.
Stop in at Preston Auto Parts Car Quest and save during the month of January. Autolite Double Platinum Spark Plugs. Buy 8, save $16 after mail-in rebate. 12-ounce can of WD-40 Spray-On Lubricant, just $5.49. And canisters of Armor All Wipes, mix and match different types, 2 for $10. Price is good through February 16th. Preston Auto Parts Car Quest, 17 South State Street, where you can save daily on the everyday products you need for your car or truck. Stop in where you'll be treated like a friend. Preston Auto Parts Car Quest. The Preston Indians face off with the Pocatello Thunder this Friday night as they head to the pit in Pocatello. The Indians and Thunder played a very tough game last week in Preston and get together in a must-win situation for the Indians when it comes to conference play. Join us for the call on Friday night, starting with the pregame show at 7:15 and the tip-off at 7:30. It's all right here on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH and on mylocalradio.com, your home for Preston sports.
Listen
40
for Dan
seconds
Hubbard
left,
and Preston
44-40, Century on top.
KACH.
Fleischman back to the free throw line to try the second free throw, and it falls out. Rebound to Linhart. The Indians have to get up the floor in a hurry. as Hamlin comes up into the front court, gives it off to Jones. As Jones will launch a long three, and it went in! Timeout, Preston. Jones, I don't know how he does it, but he continues to get all kinds of weird English on the ball
right.
and continue to get him to fall in.
And it doesn't matter how far away it is either.
Full timeout taken by the Indians. A 1-point game with 27 seconds left. We'll be right back.
KACH.
The Limbic Arc may help you or someone you know be more calm. It's simple to use. Find out more by logging on to mylocalradio.com and clicking on the Limbic Arc logo. Check it out now. Visit mylocalradio.com and click on any
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Tonight's game brought to you by Ralph's Construction, building new homes in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Remember, they're breaking ground on Phase 3, so now's the time to contact them about a lot or design option for a home to be built for you. Ralph's Construction, 435-232-1837. You're down by a point with 27 seconds left. What do?
You're going to see both coaches fouling. They don't want threes. They're going to make them earn it at the line. You're going to see both coaches going back and forth, fouling as quick as possible.
For the Indians, I think you foul anybody but Harwell, if possible. Of course, they're going to try to get it to him.
Lee is off the floor. He was their worst free throw shooter out there at 56%. Full court man-to-man pressure put on by the Indians. As it comes in, and a foul immediately as they foul Harding.
That was close to being a turnover on Century, though. Shoot.
Harding will go to the line in a double bonus to shoot two. He is a 67%er.
He thought that foul was intentional, but it was just Hobbs coming up over the top.
Yeah.
So here's Harding at the line. His first is good.
Tough shot by the senior.
It's still really going to be a one-possession game. Best he can do is give his team a 3-point lead.
Exactly, and I think that's what they're going to do to Preston is foul him. Can only make it another possession to get.
He missed it. As the rebound is off, Control going to go out of bounds and go to the Indians.
That's a great break, because I actually thought Linhart was the one that tipped that
could have
back.
won either way, but the ball came off really strange angle off the rim by Harding there.
I think he missed it on purpose to see if his team can get the rebound and run out the clock. As the full court pressure, as it comes into Knapp. Hobbs has it now in the back court. Gets it up into the front court. A three-pointer will win it for the Indians. Hobbs comes across the top of the key with 12. Looked over to Knapp with 9 seconds to play. Timeout, Preston. Jones wants to set up some sort of play. 7.9 left, 45-43. And it is a full timeout once again. And once again, we will be right back right after this.
KACH.
Webb Funeral Home, established in Preston in 1925, has served the needs of Franklin County families and their neighbors for several generations. Now in their modern new full-service facilities just off Highway 91 south of Preston, Webb Funeral Home continues to offer caring and professional services to all residents of the area in their time of need. Funeral directors Douglas Webb, Ron Smaley, and Jordan Webb, along with aftercare specialist Jody Rasmussen, thank you for your trust in them and welcome your questions and concerns anytime. A message from your friends at Webb Funeral Home.
Franklin County Medical Center is proud to provide excellence in surgical and specialty healthcare right here in our community, making it extremely convenient to receive world-class care without even leaving the county. The best part is that we work closely with your primary care physicians to ensure a convenient and coordinated care experience. Our skilled surgeons are continually adding services to Franklin County, some you won't find anywhere in the greater Cache Valley area.
Here we go, 7.9 left. Indians have the ball. You go for a 2 for the tie or 3 for the win.
Hobbs. We gotta go.
Hobbs looks inside, nothing there. Linhart, turnaround jumper, no good. That's the way the game will end. They had a decent look. Probably not the look you want or the guy you want shooting that shot. but Linhart almost got it to go down.
Yeah, the Diamondbacks stuffed our play we wanted to run, and Linhart had to take kind of a tough fall away from 16 feet. Just bounced off the rim, too bad.
That was so close, but that wasn't Linhart's shot right there on the top of the key. If he'd have been out a little further or a layup, we could have gone for the 2.
Preston ends up outscoring them by a point in the quarter, but they come up 2 points short. 45-43 the final, as Preston drops their 4th in a row, as they are now 11-5 on the year, as Century improves their record to 13-3. They're 2-0 in conference. And Preston, a game they needed to have desperately, falls to 0-2 in conference play. We invite you to stay tuned for the post-game show. It's coming up right after this.
Tonight's game has been brought to you by West Motors, your only stop for new or used cars in Preston and in Logan. Stokes Market True Value, with the freshest meats and produce, and now preparing and selling sushi. Franklin County Medical Center, with the finest care in all of the Cache Valley. Preston Dental Care. When you have an occasion where you need someone to take care of your teeth, call Dr. Iverson at Preston Dental Care. Rounds & Associates Insurance Agency, an independent agency with many options for all of your insurance needs. Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. We have all the parts you need to take care of your car. Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and surrounding communities since 1925. Ralph's Construction, building homes in the Blue Sage Park region of Preston. Naylor Insurance, for home, health, life, and auto from Liberty Mutual. And by Motor Jungle. They'll fix the cars that other mechanics will refuse to touch. Now, stay tuned for the postgame show. Coming right up.
Franklin County Medical Center Sports Therapy and Rehabilitation Services is dedicated to helping you live your best life. We have trained professional staff to help you improve your athletic endurance and so much more. Whether you are recovering from injury or surgery or need some basic athletic training, we work hard to get you back to doing what you love most. Our speech pathologist can also assist with communication, language, or other speech issues. Learn more about our services at fcmc.org.
Here is a great idea for lunch today, or any day. Try the Fresh Buffet Bar in the deli at Stokes Market in Preston, with a different theme every day, but enough variety that anyone can enjoy it any day. There's also the Fresh Salad Bar, so you can mix and match your favorite salad fixins to create your very own best salad. Now that your mouth's watering, add one more thought: the convenience. Every item on the buffet is ready to eat now. The Fresh Buffet Bar, another reason to shop, enjoy, save at Stokes Market in Preston.
The Preston Lady Indians have one regular season game remaining in what has been a very successful season. Thursday night, the Indians will celebrate senior night as the Logan Grizzlies come to Preston Gym. 5 seniors will be playing their final regular season home game. If you can't make it there, catch the game on KACH, starting with the pregame show at 7:15 and the tip-off at 7:30. Thursday night is senior night for the Lady Indians on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH and on mylocalradio.com, your home for Preston sports.
A proud member of the Co-op. We save you money on advertising and enable you to reach more customers. We are KACH, Preston, Clarkston.
This is the Preston Indians postgame show. Coming up, we'll recap tonight's game, take a look at the final stats, and a look at other games from around the area on the Ron Keller Tires scoreboard.
Well, emotional night here on the floor and in the stands as we have a little bit of a ruckus that broke out. Police and security step right in and they're arresting a Century student here as all the Preston students in their section standing and watching. But let's talk about the game, gentlemen, and things that we can talk about with some clarity, as Preston had a chance as it came down to end up outscoring Century by 1 point in the fourth quarter, but they lose by 2 as they had a shot with time running out, and it just wouldn't go down.
it's one of those things where the shot selection, you had to go because the clock was running down, like you said. But, you got to give Century the credit on their defense. They stopped us from getting that quick shot off.
Yeah, what the Indians, I think, wanted to do on that last play was probably have Hobbs or Jones drive it, but the Diamondbacks cut that off. Overall, Preston will look back at this game, I think, and say, we played hard. We fought like our coach wanted us to. We just didn't quite come up with enough plays to win on the road, whether it's making a shot or getting a key rebound. Played hard, but just didn't quite get over the hump here tonight and end up falling by 2 points.
One of the things you can look at as a difference in the game is at the foul line, as the Diamondbacks tonight, 12 of 15 from the charity stripe.
And good foul shooting is always going to help you win a game. That because you're scoring with the clock stopped, and that's what's going to help out.
Yeah, the Indians only take 9 free throws tonight, probably well below their season average. They hit 6 of them, so not terrible percentage-wise, but you want to go to the basket a little more to draw a few more fouls than that, ideally.
Yep. So the Diamondbacks improved to 2-0 in conference play. Preston slips to 0-2 as a very tough game, very difficult loss tonight for the Indians. But you have to take your hat off, number one, to Century, but certainly to the Indians. Having struggled the last 3 games, certainly a game that was winnable for the Indians.
Well, and Dan and I, we've watched these games, Hillcrest, Pocatello, our Century, and they're good teams.
Mm-hmm.
We can't take anything from them. But we played tonight, I thought, excellent. And Coach Jones did a terrific job getting players in and out so that we could run the whole game and play the whole game and keep it close. Great job. I thought it was a great job. It was anybody's ball game.
What do you guys think of Harwell first time you got to see him?
Yeah, my first time seeing him in a few years. He was in middle school last time I saw him play. He's certainly a really good freshman and has a super bright future. I mean, you look out and you say, okay, there's probably only one player on the floor here who has a future as at least a mid-major, if not a high-major basketball prospect, and that's Harwell. But just a freshman and still doesn't quite know how to take over a game yet.
Right.
And, there are times he decides, I've got to get a shot, and he'll just dribble into a long jumper just because he hasn't shot for a while. Those are kind of freshman sorts of things, but certainly very impressive physically and talent-wise.
Well, the Indians switched off on him on defense. They didn't have anybody stay on him completely, but whoever was assigned to him at that particular play or that possession, they fronted him and kept him from doing a lot more than what he could have done. He tried getting threes, and they were right up in his face. And it wasn't if we hadn't let some people behind us in a couple of baskets up close, underneath, we could have won that game. That game could have been ours. I mean, it was up for the grabs.
Yep, certainly was. I saw him play a game at Logan against the Grizzlies, and he certainly did not take over the game like he did against the Grizzlies. He had struggled a lot more tonight looking for his shots that he did that night a few weeks back down in Logan.
And credit the Indians for that because they did. I thought they played him very well for his talent.
So Century wins it. Final score 45-43. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back and look at the stat sheet right after this.
KACA.
We all have had a time in our lives where having insurance has been of great comfort and has helped to not make a bad situation worse. That is what we at Naylor Insurance take pride in, being that friend there to help you when you need it most. At Naylor Insurance, we will work hand in hand to find an affordable insurance plan that works for you. We are proud to represent a number of carriers to fit your commercial insurance needs, including a wide variety of options through Liberty Mutual Insurance. Call us at 852-0810. Naylor Insurance, 153 North State in Preston.
This is Ron Smaley from Webb Funeral Home, thanking Preston Indian and Westside Pirate fans for your loyalty over the years. You have helped make Webb Funeral Home Franklin County's most trusted name in funeral services since 1925. Our staff is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to provide compassionate service in your time of need. We also offer a full range of services, including many funeral pre-planning options to meet everyone's budget, an excellent monument selection, and the best aftercare services available. Let us answer any questions you may have by calling 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, since 1925. You know us, you trust us, we're here to stay.
When it comes to all things electrical, Sean Carter and the guys at S&T Electrical should always be your go-to crew. With experience in everything from new construction to repairs, service, and new installations, S&T Electrical is professional and friendly in all they do. Your electrical work will be done right. Call S&T Electric today at 208-852-5878.
This is Sean Carter with S&T Electric. It's what we do.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Players starting to make their way out of the locker rooms to greet and talk with family and friends as Rhett Larson comes over and, and just looks at us, just to say, we tried. I told him, I said, you know what? You had a shot. That's all you could ask for.
Yeah, and they should be proud of that game. They, don't hang your heads on this game. It was a great game.
All right, let's look at the scoring for tonight's game and the stat sheet report brought to you by Naylor Insurance. Stop by and see them at 153 North State Street in Preston, or call them at 852-0810. For the Diamondbacks tonight, Zach Gillespie finished the game with 2. Isaiah Harwell had 18. He was 8 for 8 from the free throw line, and he made 1 3. Elias Blackhawk, he also had 3 points in the game. Jordan Lee had 2. Bruin Fleischman had 2, both on free throws. Nash Harding finished the game with 7. And it was Luke Pantea had 3 threes in the game and finished with 11. As we mentioned last segment, Century was 12 of 15 from the free throw line, and they had 4 threes in the game, Lyle.
Yeah, for the Preston Indians, Dan, overall, the Indians go 11 out of 23 on twos. Pretty good percentage there. They only go 5 out of 16 on threes. They'll look at that and say, opportunity to hit a couple more would have helped us out. 6 of 9 on free throws. Individual scoring-wise, Cam Hobbs 1 for 3 on twos, 0 for 1 on threes, and he goes 1 for 3 from the free throw line for 3 points. Drew Jones 2 for 3 from the 2-point line, 2 of 6 from threes, including that late, very deep 3 that got the Indians right back in it there under a minute go. Drew with 10 points overall. Steve Roberts had a bucket in the first half. He went 0 for 2 from threes for 2 points. Brecker Knapp 3 for 9 overall and 3 for 3 from the line, including a couple big ones right down there in the very end of the stretch. 9 points for Brecker. Rhett Larson goes 2 for 2 and 2 for 3 from the line for 6. Tyler Linhart 2 for 4 and 4 points. Tyler again forced into that tough last-second shot that bounced off the rim that would have tied the game, put it in overtime. Will Hamblin came in and hit 3 threes. He goes 3 for 7 for 9 points. And he hit a couple in that fourth quarter to help bring the Indians back in after the Indians were down 7 about midway through that fourth quarter. So, valiant effort here by the Indians, as we said. Overall, Dan and John, when we play in the 40s, that's where Century wants to be. Preston wants to be in the 60s. So, pace-wise, this was Century's type of game, a masher, a lot of turnovers, a lot of physicality, and in the 40s. Hopefully when we play them down in Preston, we'll be in the 60s.
So 45-43 the final. We'll come back, get some final thoughts from the guys right after this.
KACH.
Ralph's Construction has been building quality homes in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston for years. Now they're breaking ground on Phase 3 and will have homes available again soon. However, now is the time to be planning exactly in the Phase 3 lots where you want to be and eventually call home. For more information, call 435-232-1837. Ralph's Construction can have a home ready for you before you know it. Remember, they have floor plans available, or they can build to suit a floor plan that you may desire. Ralph's Construction. Call today, 435-232-1837.
In the fairy tale, the lion needed to have a thorn removed from his paw. So it is in real life. Every so often our tires pick up thorns and debris that need to be removed so that our world can keep going round. When it happens to you, think Motor Jungle. Motor Jungle can help you with all of your tire needs, whether you need a new set, your current tires need rotated, or to remove the occasional thorn. Motor Jungle is the go-to guy, tackling the jobs other mechanics turn down. Motor Jungle at the north end of State Street.
We all have those times when we need to see someone due to oral pain or discomfort. That is when you need to see Dr. Iverson at Preston Dental Care. When it comes to the health of your teeth, we should always strive for perfection and settle for excellence. Dr. Iverson at Preston Dental Care is the comfortable and professional general dentist that we all need from time to time. Contact Preston Dental Care today and make an appointment. Call 852-3700. That's 852-3700. Take the first step to healthier teeth and gums. Call Preston Dental Care, 208-852-3700.
KACH.
Welcome back here as Century beats the Indians by 2 points here tonight. Time to announce our Ralph's Construction Player of the Game. John, you have it.
Yeah, I'm going to give it to Drew Jones tonight. He did an excellent job. He was not only the high point getter for the team tonight, but he had the job of Harwell matched up against him, and he was on him like glue. So offensively, he could have had more points, I think, if he could have just got a little freer away from Harwell. But great job tonight, even on defense. Few deflections, able to get the ball away, handled and controlled the court, did a great job out front. So did a good job.
So Drew Jones, our player of the game, brought to you by Ralph's Construction. Remember, call them for design options or lot in the newly Phase 3 area of Blue Sage Park at 435-232-1837. All right, let's get some final thoughts here on this game. Lyle, we'll start with you.
You never like to lose a district game, go down 0-2 in district, but, again, Preston doesn't have any bad losses this year in the sense that every team that has beat us has been probably one of the 5 or 6 best teams in 4A. Unfortunately, 3 of them live in our district, us, Pokey, and Century.
Yeah, so true.
And so, you just fight on. You fight on, and the district tournament we know is going to be an absolute dogfight, and that's just how it's going to be this year. These 3 teams are pretty even.
Yeah, and it's going to be interesting for the Indians, even though we may not have home court advantage. We may get 1 or 2 games at home, but we play well. I think we play well on the road. We played the Century really tight, and I think this game coming up between Pocatello is going to be another good one.
That's right, and that's coming up on Friday night. That is the next game for the Preston Indians. Friday night, we'll be back over here in Pocatello. This time we'll take on the Thunder. Pregame show at 7:15, tip-off at 7:30 from the pit at Pocatello High School. Our next broadcast comes up tomorrow night, as it'll be senior night for the Lady Indians as they'll be at home against the Logan Grizzlies. Again, pregame show at 7:15, tip-off at 7:30. Come out, support the Lady Indians on senior night, and say goodbye to 5 fabulous seniors tomorrow night for the Lady Indians. So we're going to say goodnight from here at Century. Lyle, John, thank you for your help tonight.
Thank you. It's been a lot of fun.
A lot of fun, and glad to be here.
And we'll hopefully do it again on Friday. So that'll wrap up our coverage for tonight as the Indians fall to the Century Diamondbacks. Final score 45-43. Until tomorrow night from Preston Gym, have a very pleasant good night, everybody.
Thank you for listening to the Preston Indians postgame show. This broadcast has been a production of Preston Broadcasting, LLC, and was intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Use of any portion of this production, its accounts or descriptions, in whole or in part, may not be used or rebroadcast without the express written permission of Preston Broadcasting, LLC.